All right, let's begin. So,
Ready.
I want to
Ready?
let everybody introduce themselves first. Who wants to go first?
Ready.
Okay. Nick, you go first. You're the one that's most intriguing.
Time out. I feel like there's some lag here going on.
Okay. How about now?
Time out. I feel like there's some lag here going on.
Oh, there's definitely lag.
Like I can hear myself like in like 5 seconds from now.
Yeah. Same
Time out. I
here.
feel like I can hear myself like in like 5 seconds from now.
Oh, do you probably have your speaker going on your computer?
I only have it in my headphones. I only have it in my headphones.
Is it just him? Does everybody hear the lag?
I can hear the lag like 5 seconds later.
Oh, what the fuck?
I can hear the lag like 5 seconds later.
I think we should be good. Sorry. All right. Somebody else talk to see if they can hear me.
Testing. I can hear you. Testing.
Okay. Any lag?
Testing.
No lag.
No lag on me.
Perfect. All right. Cool. Okay. So
Let's do it.
first thing on the dock. What do we want out of this presentation? Because I'm getting a little worried, quite honestly, about Xbox. I'm a little getting. I think.
What are you worried about? What are you worried about?
I think that they've lost. Like, I don't think they know what they're doing anymore. It's pretty. To put it like that, I don't think they know what they're doing anymore. They're focused on the Game Pass stuff, which is cool and everything. Don't get me wrong, but like I feel like they're gonna fuck up Halo Infinite. I know that in the heart of my heart, I feel like something's gonna be off about that game, and it's gonna just tear me apart.
Well, I know they're including that battle royale, so that might be focusing more on multiplayer than single player.
Yeah, but the battle royale, I'm fine with it. Like, but they also said that the battle royale was going to come in later. That wasn't going to come straight out the gate.
What I'm saying is, I think people are more excited about the story, the campaign of the game.
Yes.
But what I'm thinking, them making the game, they're kind of maybe focusing more on multiplayer side and not more on the campaign. So you might be right on that issue, and they might mess up a little bit.
Think that, like, I've been hearing people say that it might be a live service game and it might not be. Like, I don't want them to Avengers this game, and
right.
I really hope that they don't. Just stick to what you know. 4 was okay. 5 was all right, but like I know why people hated it. It makes sense why people hated it, but I just think that just look at 1 through 3 ODST Reach and see why those games succeeded, and just stick to that. Like, it's just as simple as that. Yeah.
I definitely think that it's 303 Studios now, right?
Yeah.
343.
Isn't that what they call themselves? Yeah.
343.
They do really emphasize multiplayer over story. They did in 4. They did in 5. Like, 5 has a fantastic multiplayer. Nobody played it because they got burned by the story, though.
That's what I'm saying. I agree with you on that.
Yeah. I could definitely see them falling into that pattern again.
It just kills me that they would. I just don't see why.
Well, that's where the money's at.
I completely agree, but like Sony's proved that.
I mean,
it's not though.
Yeah, but with the whole Game Pass thing, that's where they're going to be making most of their money, on the multiplayer with all the transactions, the microtransactions, what have you. My opinion.
I think you also have to look at and how like that is what first-person shooters are becoming now. And the big issue that Halo has always dealt with is since Halo 3, Modern Warfare has determined what the modern concept of how a first-person shooter should play, and the Halo fan base is so dedicated to what Halo used to be that it's hard to make Halo feel like a shooter that everyone can get into that's used to playing Call of Duty or Rainbow Six Siege or these other things that have been so much popular now. Because I have friends who love Halo and they don't like any other first-person shooter. And I think Halo's very unique in that regard because it captured a specific time in console shooters that we haven't seen since Halo 3, Halo Reach to a certain extent.
Now,
Mhm.
I get what you're saying, but for me, honestly, I didn't love Halo 5, but Halo 5 was really, really good. I liked the story direction that they were going with Halo 4. And I feel like they just dropped the story and
Well,
just.
I know regarding 5, a lot of fans didn't like it, and I know 343 did hear that, and I know they did make some change ups to the script, to the story. So hopefully, I think they're going to be playing as Master Chief through the whole game now.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty
yeah.
sure. I'm pretty sure they're gonna make sure it comes out pretty good. Might not be the best game, the best Halo out there, but I'm sure multiplayer is gonna be great. But we'll see about the campaign.
We'll see.
How does the Halo Battle Royale interest any of you guys, though?
Honestly,
I'm just curious here.
it sounds pretty good to me.
For me, I'm more of a campaign single player guy. I'm just focusing on the story.
I am too, but like,
Okay.
since I've started streaming, like,
Yeah.
you can only do so much with like single player games. It gets kind of tiring at sometimes when you want to play a game, but it's just like, like Last of Us Part 2, loved the game. I just couldn't get myself to keep playing it because of no, let me like it took a lot out of me. Don't get me wrong, it was a great fucking game. I loved it.
Mhm.
I appreciated everything that they did with that. I just like it took a lot out of me each play session.
You see, I agree with you. That's an endurance game right there. It is it's a masterpiece, but it's an endurance race. Is that game?
God, such a good game. And right now I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima, and it's just like again, don't get me wrong. I've started it yesterday. I'm into it. I just feel like I need a breather from single player games, which is.
But that's all. That's all what PlayStation has, though. They have just single player games. I can't even think of one multiplayer game.
No,
Exclusive multiplayer.
You're absolutely
So
right.
what I'm thinking is for Xbox to get ahead is to have more single player experiences that are going to be 10/10, 9 out of 10 on all the gaming outlets.
Yes.
They need characters. They
Mhm.
need unique people that you can like attach to, because that's what Sony has. Sony started off like this. The PlayStation 4 built off the momentum of The Last of Us, and when you fell in love with Joel and Ellie, and they continued that momentum when they revealed Horizon, and you're like, I want to fight that giant robot dinosaur. I like that red-haired girl that's shooting the bow and arrow. And then you got Bloodborne. Even though that's not like a character-based game, like everyone knows the Bloodborne guy on the front of the box. Like when you see that, and I feel like I feel like the problem with Microsoft is that Master Chief and it's not even Marcus Phoenix anymore. It's his son, but they keep showing Marcus Phoenix. Like when I saw like Gears 5 or whatever the newest Gears was, I saw Marcus again. I was like, I thought he was gone. I thought this was about the other guy. But they've worn their welcome, and they kind of tried to make Tomb Raider part of the thing at the beginning, and that just backfired. But there's nothing that you can really attach to in this generation. And I think Senua might help with that. The fact that they got Senua as an Xbox Series X exclusive is a big pick.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of those new exclusive partners are going to help with that.
Yeah.
But like all those studio acquisitions, you have to think 95% of them have either just not just started, but like when they announced acquisitions, they were just starting a new game, or like they were in development, and I don't think like development takes a while. We all know this. Development takes at least 3 to 5 years, depending on the game. I don't I'm not a developer. I don't know. Senua's Sacrifice. I haven't played it, but I've heard great things. I think it's going to be a good addition to Microsoft's roster, but like, you can only do so much.
You also have to think about, coming off what you just said, is they did buy all those partners, but I'm pretty sure all their current projects they have right now, they were developing them before the acquisition. So I'm sure Microsoft just threw extra money, hired more people, are going to kind of fine tune the game a little bit more, and then hopefully something good comes out, something that'll stick.
Um,
We picked up Double Fine, and Psychonauts 2 is still floating around over there. I'm sure that's gonna come out soon, because they said the reason why it wasn't taking so long was because they were constantly running out of money and having to get a new, smaller project out to keep them going. And they said, Tim Schafer said that with Microsoft money that they should be able to just get this thing out soon.
let's hope.
Probably not going to be an exclusive though.
Yeah, I would think probably the one that they're doing now. I don't think that it will be an exclusive. I think it'll go along the route that Outer Wilds did. Outer Wilds, right? Yeah, that's that they'll just have Microsoft as the publisher, but they'll release
Outer Wilds is the indie
Outer
game.
Worlds. Yes, sorry, Outer Worlds. It's just
Yes.
Outer Worlds.
I know.
The
I know what you
space
meant.
game.
Yeah, the space game.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, so I think it'll go that route in the sense that Microsoft is the publisher, but like they'll distribute it everywhere, I think. Why
Just like with Minecraft Dungeons.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
What else do we want out of this?
Well, I mean, just the exclusives. Hopefully, something will stick. And then, I mean, I'm not really a big fan of the games of service features.
Yeah, me either.
But I'm sure there's going to be a couple that are going to come up, some new announcements regarding that.
Okay.
I think for me, one of the big titles I need to see at launch is Forza. I think when you put out a new console, a racing game is such a good way to show off the graphical power of a console. Yeah. It's been used pretty much try and try again for consoles for the past, since the PS2 launching with Gran Turismo and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. John, what were you going to say? John.
Microsoft's goal is to kill off consoles with this generation. I think they want you to, once the Series X is getting towards the end of its thing, it wants you to just be focusing on their streaming service. I forget what it's called, X something. But
that's not the real title, but that's where
xCloud. Yeah. So I think that's why they're focusing so hard on xCloud. That's why they're focusing so hard on Game Pass. Whether the United States and major markets internet structure is going to be there, I don't know. I don't think they know, because Google tried to make that a thing with
Stadia.
Breakthrough. Yeah.
I think Microsoft has the upper hand because, they do.
I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm lagging a little bit, so you guys are coming in while I'm coming out.
That's all
right. I think we're sort of in a Xbox One situation, or they have these really big ideas that might be too big for right now, but a lot of them are very good things that they can pivot on if it becomes obvious that they can't become totally xCloud based. So there's a lot of ways this could go.
I think I haven't turned on my Xbox in like 3 years, and I need a reason. You need to give me, Nick, 3 years.
Game Pass is a reason. What are you talking about?
Game Pass is a reason, but I'm saying in the sense of exclusives. Like, I think Game Pass is definitely like you got me. They got me hooked with Ultimate now. I already signed up today with Ultimate because they said xCloud was going to be on there. So I'm already down. I would love, and I love the idea that they put xCloud into Game Pass because it just makes sense. I think that they see what Google is doing with Stadia, and Stadia is fucking up horrendously, but that's a topic for another time. I see the motions that are going on their head, and they're like, well, we see where they fucked up because they didn't have the library for it. They just started developing games for it, so that's a couple years out. I think that they could pull it off because they know like what needs to be on the technical side, no, technological side, because they build computers and shit on the in Microsoft. I just feel like it's still in beta. I think what they would do if they were smart, put it out on all devices that you possibly can this holiday season. Yeah, September, whenever they release the Xbox Series X. Put it on whatever you can possibly put on. That way people get to try it. Yes, it's still in beta, but who cares? It's a beta. It's for free.
Yeah. Well, I think it's kind of silly you haven't turned on your Xbox for 3 years.
PlayStation all day, baby.
I get out of here. Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I don't feel super encouraged to look into Game Pass because with PlayStation Network sales, especially their flash sales, which are like once a month at least, sometimes twice a month, you can pick up, like, I got Spider-Man for $20. I got God of War for $10. I don't need free games every month if I'm getting like the best games several months later for cheap. And that's the other thing with Game Pass is that most of their games, aside from the Microsoft's exclusives, are older titles that you can get for really cheap in other places. Like, they just added the entire Kingdom Hearts collection, and I've seen that package for $20, $30 before. And if you know where to strike, you can just pick them up real easy.
You have a point.
Yeah.
Now, with the whole Game Pass and all that, do you think it harms Xbox that whole system is already on PC too? Will that take sales away? Because you can pretty much play all the exclusives on your computer.
I think it's going to take away sales, but what everybody's saying is that they're making their money off of Game Pass and all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Subscriptions are definitely making their money, but launching a console is not nice. It's not good to also see in the corner in the tiny font, also playable on PC. You want to boost this big morale about buying your refrigerator-looking console.
You're right. That design just does not look good.
It's not a good design season. I'll be real.
Even the PS5 looks trash.
The PS5 does look weird, very weird. Like, I don't know what they were going on, but you know what? Like, I'm in. You already got me, and I don't know why Xbox just hasn't gotten
Sci-fi looking Star Wars tower instead of the other thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Got the gaming router and the mini fridge.
Black box.
It's a great generation.
Yeah. Okay. Next topic. What does
Wait, hold on. Before you move on,
Go right ahead.
For day one purchases, anybody gonna pick the PlayStation? All three of you over the Xbox?
I'm getting both. But
you're getting both.
I'm also picking up both.
I will be getting both. I don't know. PS5 is definitely going to be first. I don't know if I'm picking up Series X. I don't know if it's going to be this holiday season. Worst comes to worst, I'll just pick up One X. Yeah.
At the moment, I am more sold on Xbox than I am PlayStation.
Oh.
Just because I know Halo is coming at launch.
But that's the thing.
PS5 does not have the killer app.
I bought the Xbox One specifically for Halo 5 when it came out on launch because I assumed that it was coming out close to launch, and I believe let me do my research first. The Xbox One
2013.
I want to say 2 years.
Yeah, it was about 2 years. Right or wrong? Yeah, because the Xbox One came out 2013, and Halo 5 came out
15, I think.
15. Yeah, about 2 years.
Because I'm pretty sure Bloodborne also came out 2015. That was like the first time the PS4 had a decent game on it. Honestly, I'm not looking into either one of them because when I got my PS4, I had to wait until like Ratchet and Clank 2016 was like the first game on PS4 that I was really excited to play, and like the first 3 years of my PS4, I honestly played my Wii U more than my PS4 because of like Smash Brothers and Bayonetta and those Splatoon. I was more into those. So I'm more hooked on PS5 right now because of Ratchet and Clank and the sequel to Horizon and Spider-Man. I'm excited for more Spider-Man. I'm not as into Bug Snacks as some people are. I like this song, but it's just a good song for me.
I don't get that.
I don't get it. I'm
I don't get it either.
finally happy to say that I do not understand the fascination with butt snacks.
Bugs.
The promotion.
It's just a catchy name with a catchy song.
I don't even know.
I'd like to see more of the game because they basically showed the very basic points of the game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay.
go.
What does Microsoft need to do to one up Sony?
I think we already covered all that. Just the basic, the exclusives, the single player, less games of service.
All right. How many games do we think it'll be?
Haven't they come out and said 16 exclusives are getting shown?
16 exclusives. What happened? Nick?
No.
Oh, that
No,
face
oh, well,
just-
that's a huge number.
for an hour. That's a huge number for an hour. And I think that I want to say, yeah, go ahead.
I think in the modern way, since of the whole pandemic thing going on, the way we do conferences now.
Yeah.
Just big trailer. It's just a trailer push. I think it's trailer, maybe some gameplay for a few games.
Yeah, haven't they said?
Then 15 minutes of Halo.
Haven't they said that they were going to be giving at least 10 to 15 minutes of Halo gameplay?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 45 minutes you got left. I don't see you giving any more gameplay to.
Do you think it's going to be the beginning or the end of the conference?
Oh, if they're smart, they do it at
You
the
have to
end.
end with Halo.
Yeah, you have to end with Halo. You need people to stick
I was
around.
thinking that was going
No
to
one
start.
ducks out as soon as Halo's done.
Really? You think they would start?
I would think so. I mean, everybody's tuning in. Everybody wants to see the next big Halo game. Everybody's there.
Yeah, but Sony
I mean,
did.
more chances.
Sony
People
showed
that
off
will
the-
drop out as soon as Halo finishes, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Sony did
Maybe.
the console show off pretty much at the end of their conference, not a conference event, and I think that's what people were hoping for. They were hoping to see, like, you got to show me the console. You got to show me the console. I think if they were smart, they'd hold off Halo until the very last minute.
The only reason I see them starting with Halo is if they're going to show price at the end of it, and that price is a killer number that will be better than PlayStation's.
Yeah, but Greenberg has said that it's just games.
It's just games.
Yeah.
No.
I don't see.
What do you think they're going to start off with then?
Show me something new.
Something new.
Something
I
new.
definitely think something new from a.
Imagine them bringing back like an original Xbox game, like something from the OG 2004 2006 era that we haven't seen, but like a brand new version of it or whatever.
Do you think Fable's gonna happen?
I could definitely
Fable and
see
Perfect Dark.
Fables.
Fable
Perfect
Oh
Dark.
my god! You give me a Perfect Dark at launch window. I'm buying one. You got me sold. You got me sold. I think they could probably start off with Senua Saga, which we've seen a couple shots of that.
I feel like I'll be in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, but something to just entice the viewers, I guess.
Mhm.
You
So
gotta
that's already what, 2 games: Halo, Senua.
What else?
Probably Fable. Obviously Fable.
Yeah, Fable. Everwild from Rare. Let's see. Let's hope that they show that off.
Have they said what type of game that is?
No. They just.
I hope it's not
released
like a Sea of Thieves.
They just.
Wait.
I feel like it would be.
I don't even remember Everwild's getting shown off.
Yeah, I think it was last year, if I recall correctly.
I think it was last E3, yeah.
Yeah.
Or one of the big things.
Flight Simulator.
Oh, yeah, this game.
Yeah. Flight Simulator. They're probably.
Flight Simulator comes out at the end of the month. Or
Yeah, they'll show that.
They'll definitely have.
Yeah.
They'll show that. What else?
that game has a dedicated following.
Yeah. With I
That's
think
pretty.
I heard correctly 200 gigs of.
Huge display for Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah. I didn't know it was a thing until
Yeah.
they released the last trailer, which was pretty weird. What else do we got? What do we think? Let me get a list of all the acquisitions they got.
Now, is it only first party they're showing off?
Very
That's what I'm
surprised if
aware
we
of.
didn't see
That's what I think.
anything from almost the same. Double Fine. I feel like we can see something from Double Fine. We'll definitely see Psychonauts 2, and we'll probably see something that's an actual Microsoft exclusive as well. But very early stuff.
Yes, I believe that they definitely will just show off first party exclusives. It just makes sense.
Now, if they want to sell me with Double Fine, show me a Grim Fandango 2.
Ooh.
I'd be down for a Grim Fandango 2.
How about Banjo-Kazooie?
Oh, I would love a Banjo-Kazooie game. Again,
I think we need to get a Banjo or a Perfect Dark. I could definitely see one of those, yeah.
It has to be one or the other.
Yeah.
I can see it coming out. If they were waiting for Smash Brothers data to start working on that, then it would probably just be a pre-rendered trailer and no gameplay. But that might be enough for them.
Yeah. Do we think Conker's Bad Fur Day? Is there a hope that Conker's Bad Fur Day is coming back?
That would be a way to kick off the conference.
Oh, it really would be. And again, you got me right there. If you
think
show me,
if you want to bring back Conker's Back Fur Day, you gotta show a teaser at the end of Banjo-Kazooie.
Ooh.
Banjo-Kazooie is what people are really into now because
Same
of him
universe,
coming back
yeah.
in Smash Brothers. You tease him at the end of Banjo. Don't do anything naughty, but something like a little PG-13 more than the rest of the game has been.
Yeah, I know that they kind of screwed up.
Or maybe a Bad Fur Day remake.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, because I know that they tried to do something with Project Spark and Conquer when they showed off the Xbox One. That was a whole thing, and Project Spark just went down the drain. Let's see, we got Compulsion Games, the people who made We Happy Few. That was an acquisition in 2018. Do we see a
maybe like a teaser?
Happy Feet
Maybe.
2?
No, I don't think so.
Or new IP?
New IP.
Okay.
New IP.
New
I
IP.
think We Happy Few had a lot of issues with it, but it had a great art style and visual flair to it.
Okay.
And the whole aesthetic of that game was fantastic, but the
Oh,
game
yeah.
played like garbage.
Yeah. Obsidian,
Who else?
The Outer Worlds. Do we think that they're working on something? Do you think that
They're working on a sequel to that, but it'll be too early to show it off.
Yeah.
They're probably
DLC?
working on something else. Maybe a DLC and plus another game, maybe.
Okay. Do we see another Forza game for Playground? Or do we think Playground's doing?
I think they're doing Fable.
Yeah.
They're doing Fable.
I think they're doing Fable. As much as I would love to see another Forza Horizon, those games are fantastic. No, I think we're getting a core. I think we're getting a core Forza though. 100%.
All right. The Initiative. That was their new Santa Monica studio.
Aren't they making like a 4A game, something higher than AAA?
A quadruple A game, which
Quadruple
I don't
A.
know what the fuck that means.
I don't know either.
If
We'll find out. I'm sure they'll show it. Whatever it is, they'll show that one.
let's see what else.
Coalition.
Yeah, the Coalition. What do we think they're doing?
Do we see any Gears?
No. I think that's
Mr.
it.
Yeah,
The only thing I can imagine are ports, because I don't think Gears in a real great space to be like, guess what, guys? Xbox Series X, another Gears.
Yeah.
I can't imagine them doing that.
They'll probably end up porting that what was it, the RTS game? What is it called? Gears Tactics or something?
Yeah, Gears Tactics. That's on PC.
Tactics. Maybe they'll port Gears Pop, you know? Gears Pop, Series X. Let's
yes.
go, guys.
No.
Yes.
Do you guys think that the Gears of War franchise will survive?
Oh man, dude. I don't know. what I didn't I like
really
the first three.
good. Keep going.
I like the first three games, the first trilogy, and then 4 introduced the newer generation. And I like them too, but then with part 5, they kind of like just switch gears. They switch gears to a different character, which I'm fine with. But I mean, they're just kind of going. They don't know where they're going. I don't think there's any good directive over there, story wise.
See, I disagree with that one. I think 5 was a really good game.
And that's what I've heard.
No, it's a good game.
Yeah.
I think
Story not.
arguably maybe the best exclusive that Xbox put out this generation, which is a shame to say in its own right.
I mean,
I'd
it's
only give
like
that game an
3
8.5,
games.
but it's kind of where Xbox is at this generation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just got a brand new Crash Bandicoot announced, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we can see Gears of War, but I think they should leave it alone for several years, maybe even a decade.
Think
Just
of
No, they
let
have to finish-
let people
they have to
want a
finish it.
Gears again before you bring it up.
yeah.
They have to make part 6.
They have to make
I
6.
mean, they left it on a cliffhanger.
I agree.
pretty
they,
soon.
They have to make 6, but I would say the span of Halo 4 and Halo Infinite is the amount of time that you should wait for Gear 6. Get the story.
I could
5 years.
so see them
What?
showing it. I could so see them showing just 2 chainsaw lancers clashing.
Yeah.
Just their logo coming to Xbox Series X.
Oh yeah, I could definitely see them showing off a logo, but I don't
Yeah.
think that it'll give you a date.
No, oh, I'm not saying date or
Yeah,
anything,
yeah.
but I could definitely see a logo and coming to next gen.
Yeah, like we're working on it as Gear 6,
Mhm.
but it's
Yeah.
not gonna
Well, it hasn't even been a year since part 5's been out. I don't think they'll show anything, to be honest. They won't show nothing.
I think Xbox is in such a desperate place. They'll show whatever they got, they will throw at the wall.
Maybe.
That's hard. I don't know. I think
Who else?
that's pretty much it.
What do you think about the possibility of Killer Instinct coming? Like either Killer Instinct 2 or just a
I never
port
played
with a
Killer
new
Instinct.
character season or whatever.
I never played Killer Instinct, so I can't give you.
That game is fantastic. But with really needed an Evo to show, and this could have been its year. Without all what happened with that, I don't see it. I don't see him showing it.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm just checking to see what, like, if they've said anything that we could probably.
I saw what I say on Twitter. Hold on.
Okay.
I saw something today.
The Elven Ring. What do we think?
It's how Evo had to go online. Oh,
What's up?
sorry,
Yeah,
Elden Ring.
Yeah, Elven Ring. Is it Elven Ring or Elden Ring?
It's Elden Ring.
Elden Ring. Okay.
It's
Oh,
Elden
yeah,
Ring.
Yeah. Okay.
I would personally love to see that game. I'm a big FromSoft guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's even near ready to be shown. From the scope of the people who have been around that game, they say that it's a full open world FromSoft game. I don't see us seeing that game for 2, maybe 3 more years. It feels like a very middle of the road game for that console generation.
Do we see this game having an ending? Because it's George R.R. Martin.
Yeah.
I think we see it having an ending because it's Demon Souls makers, the From Software.
This is true.
The games have endings, but they're always but did the game really end? Type thing.
All right. What else?
How many games do you think are gonna be coming out this year? What do you think?
How many games are gonna be coming out this year? Oh boy.
Just Halo, Flight Simulator for sure. Those are the only 2 confirmed.
Yeah. I
You
think
think there'll be more or not?
Size for a
Confirmed that
launch.
Halo Infinite's coming 2020.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's confirmed for winter 2020.
they gotta release this game now.
The launch.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to launch this game. You gotta release.
Yeah,
this
I know
game
they
now.
got to. I'm just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Which. That reminds me, what do you guys think about how all Series X games are going to be on Xbox One X for a couple of years? Or Microsoft exclusive Series X games?
I don't know.
I don't mind that at all.
I think it's a good tactic, but at the same time, if they're not focusing on hardware sales, I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't make sense for you to just isolate it. But we shall see.
Part of it is also the first couple years of a console, games don't look super cool until people get used to it. It almost depends how fast PS5 maxes out.
Who do we think? Oh shit! Let's try to see if we can make predictions. Let's see what do we
Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell. I don't think we're gonna see this here, Nick. I just don't think so.
That can happen, man. That can happen.
Did you guys see this? I don't know if this was fake or not. I think I saw it on Twitter that Assassin's Creed Valhalla is gonna be 4K only on Xbox.
I know it's Far Cry.
No, it's Far Cry. Yeah, is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Why would they do that?
Now Microsoft gave them a whole bunch of money. They bought Sam Fisher. They
but,
bought Splinter Cell. They're gonna show it.
That just
They're gonna show it.
doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you
I don't
do
know if
that?
it was Ubisoft, but I know on PC there have been some games where certain features are locked to specific graphics card manufacturers. Sometimes Nvidia will get specific features for graphics cards for some reason. I wonder if it's something like that.
They get ray tracing and stuff.
Yeah.
I definitely. Ooh. Predictions. I think we're going to open with Fable. I think Fable's the opener.
You think Fable's the opener? I'm gonna write this down
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
because
Ryan says Fable opens.
I don't even think Fable's that good of a franchise.
Oh man, no! Don't say that.
Fable 1 and 2.
Need something
fantastic. Fable
distinctly
3.
different from a military shooter and your racing games. I think, especially with how the PS5 has succeeded with third-person open-world games, action games with Bloodborne, Spider-Man, which is a unique thing that you can't get on Xbox. I think it makes sense for Fable to just be here's something for you guys.
Now, I'm glad you brought up Spider-Man. Do we think that they're gonna have a Marvel exclusive?
No.
No? You don't think
No.
anybody's working on a Marvel exclusive game?
No.
At most, I
take
could
a
see an
stab at
exclusive-
something.
Say it again.
I don't know who would be doing it, but I can imagine a Punisher game exclusive to Xbox because I think that audience would be interested in a Punisher game.
Now,
I'd be down for that.
I could see if I could see the initiative doing something with Marvel if it's a quadruple A exclusive.
Really?
I could see. I don't know what that studio is. I don't know who's working on it. You know, I just
A Marvel
If-
The
game.
initiative.
if you're smart, you ask Marvel like, listen, could we use one of your IPs? Now, who? I have no idea. I don't know who.
It can't be any of the Avengers.
No, it can't be any of the Avengers. But like, what else you got? Daredevil,
Hey, Punisher, Daredevil,
Punisher,
co-op game.
Daredevil.
I'm down.
Literally any of the Netflix characters
Ooh.
or Guardians of the Galaxy. No, I don't think they'll do Guardians of the Galaxy because that's still pretty much that's newer. But I think of anybody in Avengers Endgame besides the core Avengers. Ant-Man,
Doctor Strange would make for a fun game.
Doctor Strange would make for a fun game.
But for a quadruple A game,
Nobody knows
I
what a
don't think they're
quadruple A
working on
game is.
I think if you're going to do a quadruple A and make this big
Like
deal
your God of
about it,
Wars and your Last of Us Part 2s.
I think you need to come out of the gate with a brand new character that looks rad as hell. For a quadruple A game, you need to build this generation off the back of that character.
there's a new mascot.
Yeah,
Yes, new mascot.
Master Chief Rest.
Yeah, right. He's carried the
The-
fucking load of Xbox for so long. Go ahead, John.
I think something Microsoft needs to figure out how to do is how to beat the problem with Japanese de facto exclusives. Like the fact that you can only get Persona 5 on PlayStation 5, and the fact that one of the most talked about games this year is Final Fantasy VII Remake, and you're not going to see that on Xbox until next year after it's not part of the conversation anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know how they fix that problem, but like there's games like Nier Automata came to Xbox like a year or two later, and everyone was already like done with it. They had that conversation and it was passed. So there are
Xbox
certain
has
games that
never been
like
able to
cause
make
conversations that doesn't get till late.
Ryan, say that one more time. Sorry.
Xbox has never been able to make a foothold in Japan, so I just don't see that happening now. They've tried for the past since the original Xbox, and it's just flopped over there every time, like minuscule sales. I'm pretty sure they even stopped selling like the Xbox 360 over there way before
Yeah, I heard about
came out, just because it wasn't selling.
Now, I was
Sorry.
just... Sorry, continue.
I just think that's just a part of the gaming spectrum they just aren't able to grasp.